Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. You're going to find many clips that have been brought in by my viewers who have had questions. If their questions about their spirituality helps many, they're most likely going to be posted. If there's something that you see that you don't like, don't worry about it. Just discard it and move on to the next. The purpose of these clips are to educate and enlighten, and they are a labor of love. So I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. So the question is, how did my husband react to the news that I was a psychic medium? Well, I've had two husbands. I'm still married to one of them, but the first one, I was married when I was 23. So, and he and I knew each other for 5 years and then married for 23 years. So we knew each other quite well. And I remember I started reading the Urantia book, and I was absolutely compelled to read it every night. And I think it's either a 21 or a 2400 page tome. And it was written, channeled by someone, and we have no idea who, but it's sort of what Sadie said, read this. It'll give you a really good base for your work. And, so I was reading it every night, and sometimes I could read 2 paragraphs, and other times I could read like chapters, and I was crying, I was laughing, I was muttering to myself. And I remember my first husband said, Carolyn, if I didn't know you any better, I think you were nuts. But I said, I am so drawn to this book. It answers so many questions for me. And we had 2 children together, and it was really fun because my kids are quite psychic too. And dinner time was really interesting because he'd be sitting there, and our kids are on either side of the table, and it was a round table. So I was here, he was there, and and it was like a ping pong match for me, listening to what the kids have to say. And then he would, he was, but what's really interesting? He is really good with numbers. He worked for himself, and he had to do what he called guesstimates. And he was spot on. So there were, he could see that he had the gift in a different way. So he was very accepting of it. I had no problem with it. And nor did he. We worked well together that way and supported our children and gave them space to be who they are today. My second husband, I actually met at a mediumship class in Lilydale. So I remember I was there at a 5-day intensive, and he was helping the medium who was teaching, and they were like kibitzing back and forth, like they were two old married people together. And I thought, oh wow, isn't she so lucky to have him? Well, they weren't. They were really, really, really good friends. And as a matter of fact, he was a reporter, still is, and he interviewed her. And that's how they got to be friends. Well, the 5th day he got up and he was going to talk about mediumship and media. And he opened up his mouth, and I went, oh my God, where'd that voice come from? So this was August. And it wasn't until the following June I met him again in another intensive in Cleveland. And I chased him till he caught me. And he is just the most wonderful man. He wrote Compassionate Messenger, True Stories from a Psychic Medium. And he also wrote my newest one, What? You're a Medium? Based on my 2016 Toronto Film Festival, Fringe Festival, theater play. So, it's wonderful when I come out of the room and he looks at me and says, okay, how did it go? And he knows exactly what he's asking because he's taken classes as well. And I'm so proud of him. He does so well giving messages. So, I've been blessed when it comes to my husbands. They've both been extremely supportive, and I am extremely grateful.